My topic is gender mainstreaming in energy projects, gender and energy. The purpose of this presentation is to make energy sector gender responsive. It is well established fact that there are more women than men living in poverty. According to UNDP study, approximately 1.3 billion people living in poverty. 70% are women. More than two-thirds of the world's poor are in Asia, with South Asia alone accounting for nearly half of them. Poverty is disproportionately concentrated in the rural areas of the region. Poor women in rural areas of developing countries such as Pakistan generally have more difficult time compared to men due to their traditionally socially assigned roles. They often spend long hours collecting fuel wood and carrying it over long distances. The time and labor expended in this way saps their energy and limits their ability to engage in other productive and income-generating activities. Their health suffers from hauling heavy loads of fuel and water, and from cooking over smoking fire. Their opportunities for education and income generations are limited by lack of modern energy services, and as a result, their families and communities are likely to remain trapped to poverty. This is 2012 International Year for Sustainable Energy for All. This is initiated by UN with the collaboration of 20 UN agencies that initiated at the global level that 2012 is the year of sustainable energy for all. This initiative will engage governments, the private sector and civil society partners globally to achieve three major goals by 2030. First, ensure universal access to modern energy services, reduce global energy intensity by 40%, and the third is increase renewable energy use globally to 30%. More than 3 million people in developing countries rely on traditional biomass for cooking and heating. 1.5 billion people are without electricity, and even where energy services are available, millions of poor are unable to pay for them. Thus, there is an inextricable link between energy and sustainable development, and modern, cleaner and more efficient energy is relevant in the eradication of poverty. The General Assembly of UN emphasized the importance of investing in access to cleaner energy technology options to achieve a climate resilient future for all, and also pointed out the need to improve access to reliable, affordable, economically viable, socially acceptable and environmentally sound energy services and resources for sustainable development. As Ban Ki-moon, Secretary General of United Nations, said, empowerment of women and girls is not just a goal in itself, but is key to all our international development goals, including the Millennium Development Goals. Now, what is gender mainstreaming? Gender mainstreaming is a process to ensure that concerns, needs, and priorities of both women and men are considered in all planning and policy making, and that all policy makers are aware of the needs of women and men and their roles and responsibilities. There is sufficient amount of evidence to state that energy provisions as well as equal relations between men and women are closely linked with economic growth, sustainable development, reduction of poverty and energy sustainability. The Medium-Term Development Framework is a government document that emphasizes on providing equitable energy growth and essential infrastructure in rural areas with a focus on gender issues. This is initiated by Government of Pakistan. Now, Energy Pakistan. Energy Pakistan is an independent body that is initiated by Energy International, and Energy International's focal point of in Pakistan is AEDV. That Energy Network had launched in 31st May 2011. The main objective of this partnership was to make the energy sector gender responsive by integrating gender needs and concerns in the policies and plans of the government. Energy Pakistan works on the convention that projects, programs and policies that explicitly address gender and energy issues will result in better outcomes in terms of the sustainability of energy services as well as the human development opportunities available to both men and women. Energy Pakistan goals. Energy Pakistan has three types of goals. The essential purpose of Energy Pakistan idea is to broaden the framework of discussion and action and to improve the policy environment as it relates to gender and energy. At present, energy issues are not prioritized for socio-economic development and gender issues are not prioritized for the energy sector. Third is promoting and advocating gender concerns in the energy sector to influence favorable policy making and implementation by public, private and community institutions. Now we have an action plan, that is establishment of network secretariat, which is provided by ADB, appointment of the national network coordinator that we have appointed, network membership drive, that is we had drive in our launching ceremony, consultative workshop. We arranged in 2011 a consultative workshop, and we will arrange next month another workshop. Devise communication strategy that initiate and maintain sustained dialogue with policymakers and private sectors, action research related to energy needs of women, and establish links with relevant institutions and projects. Now, future plan of Energy Pakistan. That we have three types of future plan. That first refers to promote consumer understanding through print and electronic media to advocate alternative or renewable energy issues and elements. Second, to promote and disseminate local good practices like AKS, RSP in cook stalls, in alternative energy adoption and applications for changing public perceptions, demands and behaviors, and especially strengthen policy level support in the country. The third and the last, we will build a cadre of champions for change for public and private sector for alternative energy and gender promotion and sustainable development. These are some projects where Energy Pakistan is working with ADB in different projects that are initiated by different organizations. The first is introduction to solar water heaters in Pakistan from ADB, productive use of renewable energy, that time sites projects that Mr. Kashif has said from ADB, UNDP, renewable energy and energy efficiency program that is initiated by GIZ. GIZ basically is our major and big partner in gender and energy activities, and we are also looking for other partners from private and government sectors. Now, what are the benefits? Benefits to basically access to energy, particularly sustainable energy, is indistinguishable from a sustainable future for the developing world. Not only does access to energy transform the lives of the energy poor by raising living standards, it also enables income generation, for example, through solar pumps for irrigation or electricity for small businesses, provide power to community health clinics, and refrigerators to store medicines, as well as cell phones, which have transformed commerce. Reduce the time and treachery of collecting fuel wood, supporting cleaner, more efficient cooking and heating options. And it also provides lighting so children can study after dark. It enables business to operate and creates new opportunities for entrepreneurs. However, if energy policies are to become more gender sensitive, not only will women themselves have to become more empowered to make choices about energy, but the energy sector will also have to become more responsive to women's energy needs. Thank you for additional information. Our website is here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sobia, for telling us about